Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. We are live. We are live. We are
We
live
are
in
live.
living color.
In living color. Okay, in living color. Make sure I got my water. How are you today?
I'm doing good. No complaints.
No
No complaints
complaints.
at all.
Yay, no
No
complaints.
complaints at all.
I'm not going to
How are
complain.
you? Are you feeling better?
I'm fighting.
Fighting, yeah.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good. You sound much better.
Thank you.
Sound much better. Hey, Jazz. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, I do. I'm feeling a little better. When it goes from being a cold to the flu, then back, I feel as though, you know, you try to do whatever you can to try to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
absolutely.
guess the first few days of the flu, it was just my brain was so clogged, I couldn't think. It was, being on the computer was hurting. So sometimes when you're going through those things, you have to kind of take time to say, wait a minute, let me reset. Let me push this reset button
Yeah.
for just a second so I can kind of get my feelings back in order. Um, because if not, you can make yourself worse. And I know for me, having the flu previously, which turned into pneumonia a few times on me. So I've always been a little skeptical about making sure I did the right thing. But I can tell you something, your cousin, our cousin, little dude, now
Mm-hmm.
this stuff, I'm not promoting this, but I am saying to those who, are having some immune system issues,
Oh, the oil of oregano. Yeah.
this stuff is nasty. But
It's
guess
so
what?
nasty. But it's so good for you. But
Listen,
it's so nasty.
it's nasty,
Yeah.
definitely. But you can put it in your juice. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now. It was kind of out of focus,
You can put
but
in your
yes.
juice. Um, you can put in your juice and stuff. So it
Hmm.
does have
And I heard they have
kind of like a cat
capsules.
liver all type taste to it.
I heard they have capsules though.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I
Okay,
might
so
look into that after I get done these drops, okay? Because I try to take it every day or every other day at least. And
right
it definitely does help. But it definitely is in a quiet, like chasing it with whatever. It's still you can
has a
still taste
lingering
it.
taste to it.
Yes, yes.
And even then, I think with I like liquid better for some reason. I think it really, um, you know, gets into your system faster.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously, right?
yeah.
But dude turned me on to this. The turmeric and ginger.
Mhm.
I mean, I've just been taking vitamin A, B12, and what ended up happening to me, as you already know this story, I got a little comfortable because I was like, oh, I haven't had a flu, I haven't had the cold. Even when I had COVID, it really didn't attack me.
Mhm.
Only because dude was giving me his recipes, he was giving me his regimen. Because
Mhm.
dude was all over the place. He's from here
Yeah,
to California.
pandemic
Everybody was
did
saying,
not
stay
slow him down.
home, don't go anywhere. Dude was on a flight,
Mhm.
doing his thing. So, I jumped on his bandwagon and learned what he was doing to keep his immune system up, and it worked. I was doing great. Then all of a sudden, I got a little comfortable. That's what they say about people getting comfortable. That's what they say. Millionaires don't like to get too comfortable because they get too comfortable. Then that's when the millionaires turns into uh, hundredaires, and billionaires turns into millionaires. So, but yeah, I'm fighting with all my might. And of course, I'm not trying to be around anyone to give them anything, of course.
Mhm.
Um, but how are you? How was your Sunday today?
It was good. It didn't go according, I won't say it didn't go according to plan, but I initially was going to stay home with the kids and my husband was going to go to church, but then
Okay.
it swapped. So I went to church and he stayed
Oh,
home with the kids. So I had a good time at church. I definitely got a word as always. And I just asked
awesome.
for continuous guidance on my journey, and I had a good day. No complaints.
Good. Okay. All right. Good. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you so much for joining. We are on Mama Said It Podcast. We're on Mama Said It Podcast. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for joining, Treva for joining. Thank you all so much for joining. And I want to say, Leon, thank you for joining. Chris and Tanya, thank you also for joining. And Irvin, thank you for joining. We're going to tap right into our subjects because we're only an hour long and we have so much information we want to share. We're also going to share information of how you can get a grant. And listen, this company that I'm getting ready to share, it's not going to take you long to fill out the application. Some people say, oh, you can get a grant, you can do this and that, and they really don't give you the detailed information. Well, I'm going to give you detailed information how you can get a grant for like 25,000. Some people is getting 60,000. It's all based on yourself, if you have a company or a nonprofit organization. Okay, so we're going to share that information as we continue to dive into our topics. We also want to say a happy birthday to all the tourists. This is tourist season.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to say happy birthday to the tourists who are sharing, who are celebrating their birthday today.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday!
We do have some good news that we want to share is Michael McNeil is doing better. Shout out to you, Mike, if you're tuning in.
Yes.
We love you so much. Continue to improve and get well, get better. We definitely are cheering you on all the way. And
Mm-hmm.
D'Amica, my niece, she came home. So I'm so happy to hear about that.
Yes.
Thank God for anyone who is feeling under the weather, not feeling well. We're sending some positive energy your way. If I sound a little congested, it's only because I still have a little bit of the flu, but I'm pressing on, still trying to do whatever I can do. I know not to overdo it because it's very easy to have a setback, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to have a setback, and I don't want to get a setup. So there you have it. Now, Shakira, I wanted to ask you today, what was the subject in church services today?
So, okay, put me on the spot, sweet Jesus. Okay, so I know it was about the Lord Jesus. It was ascending, him coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and what was the third one? I forgot the third one off the top of my head. But it was basically, obviously we talked about we were talking about like last Sunday when we were talking about, Resurrection Sunday,
Right.
and
First
everything like
Sunday
that.
today too. Yeah.
It's the first Sunday, so we had communion.
Yes.
But we were basically talking about how you have to stay ready at all times, and that you're preparing for his coming back.
Okay.
What that looks like. So we covered a couple different subjects all in one.
Oh,
So,
okay. Cool.
Pastor,
Awesome. Awesome.
don't get me, okay? Don't get me.
Did you take communion?
Of course, absolutely,
Awesome. Awesome.
absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining. Please share. Please share. Sharing is caring. We're going to dive into one of our subjects I want to talk about is the Stanley Cup. Have you heard about the Stanley Cup recall?
No, because I
The
don't have
mug,
one.
the Stanley Cup
Yeah,
mug.
I know all about the Stanley Cup. It's high and and people go crazy over that Stanley Cup, and
Yes.
I never entertained it. So
Yeah, there is a recall on the Stanley mug. So,
oh,
oops,
on the mugs.
on the mugs.
Now is that the same as the cup?
It's the mug, the drinking mugs.
Okay, because I mean a mug and a cup. So I'm just trying to make sure it's the same thing because I don't know if they
It,
make.
this,
What the Stanley ones is like 40 ounces. That's what you're talking about, right?
right,
Oh,
correct,
okay, got you.
correct. Yes, the
Yeah.
Stanley mugs. They have a recall on those, and I don't know whether any of our co-hosts have purchased any of these Stanley mugs. But please, by all means, be careful with them because they have been burning people. The tops have been flying off,
Oh
and
my gosh.
yeah, so we definitely want to be careful. I think I do have something. I thought I had something on the Stanley Cups. Excuse me. I thought I had something on the Stanley Cups that I can actually share with everyone. Excuse me about my slowness right now today.
No, it's okay.
I'm trying not to.
Thank
to
you for
talk.
joining us, Treva. She said, good evening, my beautiful family. Lynn said, what? Recall? Yes, Lynn. Them Stanley Cups, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, the Stanley
Said, I
Cup.
have one, and my daughter has several.
Oh, really?
Yes, so please be careful.
Yes, the Stanley Cups do have a recall. I'm trying to see why is it not allowed. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm just going to play this stick. Just stay tuned with me.
I know this story. If you're one of the millions with a Stanley travel mug, you may want to watch this before you pack up your coffee, your tea, any hot beverage before you head out the door this morning. The hot holiday gift may be literally too hot. More than 2.5 million are being recalled because you could get burned. Mills is here with us to tell us more. A lot of people take their coffee on the go this morning. I have multiple Stanley Cups. Which ones are we talking about and what's the problem here?
Right. Well, you can see this very brat coated one, bright green. And this is not the one that we're talking about.
And it's also not mine.
It's also not, not yours.
Yes.
Yeah. What color do you have?
I have a white one and a baby pink one.
Okay, baby pink. I'm more of a hot pink girl, but we like that. Okay, so it's not these. These are going to be the most popular ones you see, but it is going to be those cups that hold warm drinks. So the big 40-ounce quenchers with straws, those are not affected. But if you do have a Stanley travel mug, you need to stop using it immediately. Take a look at your screen. The recall affects the switchback mugs in the 12-ounce and 16-ounce sizes, and the trigger action mugs in the 12, 16, and 20-ounce sizes. Here's why they're recalled. People fill these cups up with hot drinks, like my favorite, coffee, of course, and it could cause the lids to shrink, and people would then burn themselves trying to get a sip. Stanley has received 91 reports worldwide, including 16 in the U.S. of those lids coming off, and with at least 11 people needing medical attention. The recalled mugs were sold at stores like Amazon, Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Target from June 2016 until this month. So if this was something that you bought for someone for a Christmas present, we highly recommend that you unwrap that gift and you do not give it to anyone else, because that is going to be quite a surprise when they try to drink that.
Well, they're so popular. People still wanting them, loving them. I was surprised to hear Stanley, did you know, have been around for 111 years, but just became popular within the last, what would you say, 5 years or so?
Right. That's crazy to me, because I feel like now in the past 5 years, you're right, that's all anyone's talking about on TikTok. And you see all those videos of people rushing to go and get the cups from Target or wherever they're selling them, because they're just so popular, they can't keep them in stock.
But good to know about the burn risk that is now coming with them. All right, Mills, thank you so much. Keep that in mind, everybody, this morning. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's
what
we have, the Stanley Cup. So this is almost similar to a Stanley Cup if you kind of like want to engage what I mean by a Stanley Cup. But yeah, few people have gotten burned, so please, by all means, be very careful. I think if you take them back to the stores, they'll exchange them, from my understanding. So yeah, please, by all means, be very, very careful.
Lynn said we use ours for cold drinks. Yeah.
Oh, for cold drinks.
I always was leery on those big type of mugs or anything like that with hot stuff. I just always been leery of that. But
of the mugs itself.
Yeah.
Yes. For those of you who are here on TikTok, I am on Behind the Scenes with Mama Said It podcast with my daughter. Her name is Shakira Pittman. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Lynn, for tuning in. Thank you, Dorothy, for tuning in. Thank you, sis. Good evening, everybody.
Jasmine said, I do have a Stanley Cup, but got good cups and just use common sense accordingly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the person that sued, was it Starbucks, and won because they drunk their coffee and birthday. So I don't know, the chicken nugget girl, the little girl.
Oh, that was McDonald's.
That was McDonald's. Yeah. And the little girl, they got chicken nuggets for the little girl, and she ended up burning her legs.
Yes.
Why are you not before you give it to your child? Why are you not testing it first thing? So I just find this kind of, I don't know.
And they watched her. They had it on video where she actually had the meal and she just handed back to her daughter.
And to me, that's kind of why are you recording that very moment? I don't know. I'm always
I
I'm
think
always weird.
McDonald's was recording. I'm not sure who was recording it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I just know they had footage of what had
Yeah.
happened.
Alnisa,
What had happened
thank
was
you for joining us. Yes, that was Starbucks and McDonald's. Yes,
how
that was good.
Nisa.
You know, like if I get a hot when I go to Starbucks and I get my apple caramel spice or whatever it is, it's really really good.
Right.
I'm not knocking it back as soon as they hand it to me. Like it's hot. I mean, I can indulge with hot stuff, but like I'm not trying. I don't know.
Yeah. It's something to this is something to think about. And those cups be costing like $20-$30.
$50 Stanley cups.
Oh,
Them-
$50?
Yeah, them cups ain't cheap. That's why I ain't never. That's why I ain't never buy one. I'm always at the house, you guys, so I don't really need an outside cup. That's
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
to me, that's kind of like a travel. You know, you take it with you to travel because it makes the stuff stay hot and it makes stuff stay cold. I'm in the crib, so I really didn't find a need for it. Jasmine said I
Right,
do have a
right.
Stanley cup, but I do have hot and cold cups and use common sense accordingly. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I agree. Totally. Well, we're gonna change the subject. I don't know. Have you did your real ID? Did y'all do your
I'm
real
trying to do my
ID?
passport first, even though I
Okay,
don't. I'm trying to do my passport first because I know that holds just as much weight as the real ID.
right.
So I'm trying to make sure we all have passports. I don't plan on really going nowhere. I mean, push come to shove, I want to have it just in case I have to
Go to
go somewhere.
Canada.
If you get my drift, if I gotta head for the border, I want to make sure that I'm good.
I
But
sound
no,
like a hyena.
I haven't got one yet. Have you?
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't. I did make an appointment, but I believe the expiration date, but I think they may have extended it, which they should. You know, I don't even know why they have a deadline to something like that anyway.
Oh yeah, why is there a
What's the
deadline? That's
rush?
just weird. That's
Why
very
is there a
weird to me.
deadline, and what is the rush?
It's
What's
not
the
like it's not like an expiration date. Like like on your license, it expires this date. You need to get it done. You're just slapping for what? What's the rush? I don't understand that. It seems very
That's what
weird
I
for me.
would love to know. What's the
Yeah.
rush? Is there something it feels almost like something's going on and everybody
Hello.
else knows except
But we
for
don't know.
us.
Exactly.
Right?
Alnisa said, yes, get that passport. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. She said, thank God when I renewed my license in 2020, it was a real ID. See, maybe do I have a real ID? I'm trying to remember last time I had to renew my license because I got my name changed. Remember when I got
Yeah.
married, I changed my name legally and
Right.
I did my name change in like 2022. I didn't even do it immediately. So maybe I do have a real ID and I don't know it. I don't
Well,
know.
if you do have it, you will have the star. There will be a star in the corner of your driver's license.
Okay, I gotta look at mine because maybe I got one and don't even know it, you guys. I don't want to waste my time
Yeah,
at a
that's how they can
DMV.
tell whether you have it. If you don't have it, they're saying it's going to be hard to travel if you're traveling, especially internationally.
Oh,
And
okay.
even domestically. I mean, I don't even, but I'm trying to figure out what is the rush. If anybody know what the rush is, if you work for motor vehicle, if you know what the rush is, please chime in because we're like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
What is
Why
this
is
deadline
it's
thing?
such a dire need to have a deadline on it? It's just weird.
Yeah, it's really weird because everybody's in a panic.
Yes.
Everybody's in a panic trying to figure out. Well, people just knowing that they're not going anywhere, they can care less, right? But for people who are traveling, especially the summertime comes, you don't really know when you may want to travel somewhere, whether
Yeah.
it's by train, plane, or car.
Exactly.
You definitely want to make sure you have the proper ID.
Yeah.
Have
She said, Lynn said I'm in Florida. Okay. That's great.
In Florida.
That's really, really good. Let's see. Nisa says some states your license is real if compliant. The
Is
right
that Alnisa?
No, that's
Okay.
that's Anisha.
Anisha, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. The right hand corner. Okay, so I'm gonna look in the right hand corner. Texas and Georgia, I know license is real ID. Okay,
Right,
real ID
real
compliant.
ID.
Okay. It's only for
Correct.
domestic travel. But what is the big what's the
You
rush?
don't know.
I don't know.
We probably never know what the truth is behind all of that, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
did you hear about the outbreak? There is an outbreak of people are getting sick and even unalive by the listeria outbreak. Did you hear about that?
I know that was running around rampant, but I mean, I haven't heard anything lately.
Yeah, something was going. Things been going on recently. So let me just chime in with this video. Stay tuned.
Waffles and quarter pounders. Different types of bacteria are causing a lot of recalls right now. But what is listeria and what makes it so dangerous? Our Danielle Ledbetter explains.
It seems outbreaks related to foodborne illnesses are becoming more frequent. On a weekly basis, Brian Moffitt says the outbreaks haven't impacted him much.
I have certain things I like to buy each week, and I tend to stay towards those items.
But they did change his lunch plans for today.
Definitely chose to eat somewhere else because of the E. coli outbreak.
E. coli, similar to listeria, can both cause fever, vomiting, and more. But what makes listeria unique?
Listeria can grow in the cold. So if it contaminates a foodstuff and you put it in your refrigerator, it can continue to multiply.
Most other bacteria require warm environments to grow. And that's why you're seeing the most recent listeria outbreak impact something like frozen waffles, according to Dr. William Schaffner with Vanderbilt Medicine.
When you cook food normally, that will kill the bacteria. Can sometimes contaminate food that we don't cook. Lettuce, for example, or fruits, or processed meats, for example, that we just put on a sandwich and eat. And so that's where the hazard is.
Dr. Schaffner says washing your produce can reduce the risk, but not completely eliminate it.
And the other tricky thing about listeria is that once you eat it, the interval between you getting the infection and becoming sick can be quite long.
He suggests to do the same things to prevent eating any kind of germ that can cause sickness.
Always wash your hands while you are preparing food and wash off all your cutting surfaces, because whether it's listeria or salmonella or E. coli, we want to be as safe as possible.
Danielle Ledbetter, WSMV4.
See this property on Craigslist for $4,300 a month? Well, it's been sitting empty for the last 28 days.
Sorry about that.
And there's 44.
Hello? Hold up. Wait a minute. We have dropped. My mom has dropped out. I know she's going to come right back. She probably didn't realize that she exited all the way out. But anyway, I am taken back by that, you guys. Let's see. Thank you for joining us, Pam. No, I did not hear Annie said that. Yeah, it's just, listen, it's one of them things that it's something always going around. It's something always breaking out. Somebody's bird is flying across something and contaminating something. You just can't be safe eating anything, doing anything. It's just wow. So for me, I just pray over everything and I just let God handle the rest, because you will go crazy. You will go stir crazy trying to keep up with everything. Shiva said, yes. Wow, that's crazy. Lynn said, I haven't heard about this either. Yeah, I didn't hear about anything in recent. I heard about, hold on a minute. You're back. Okay. I was just reading the comments.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. That's what I get for coming on live when I'm sick. I'm delirious over here. Oh, I sound like a hyena. Y'all forgive me.
It's okay. We all been there. Even when I was at church, they were saying that some people just still got this lingering cough, and it's just when I went to the doctors, they said that it's the pollen. A lot of the pollen stuff is really tearing people up. So, yeah.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I wanted to try this, boy.
I see. I know.
Yeah. Listen, I pushed the wrong button. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
So Beyonce just got a cease and desist order because she had performed Boots on the Ground at her concert. And I guess initially he was happy that she was performing it during her concert.
Yeah, that's a exposure. Why would he?
Yeah, but I guess now they have to negotiate some money. Okay, it's all about the coins.
I guess. Some
So
people
yeah.
don't even understand the magnitude of reach that certain people can get you into. But now that you just slapped this in my face, I would never work with you.
Well, it's not like she haven't slapped some people with a cease and desist order.
No, I
too.
know. I'm not saying
It
that
goes
she. I'm
both ways,
saying it does. Absolutely, it goes both ways. But what I'm saying is that he's an up and coming artist. Not to say that he shouldn't get paid. It definitely should be a conversation. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But maybe he should have, maybe a phone call. Well, what would have happened if he would have placed a phone call? Would she have been willing to just break him off something?
I mean,
Maybe
you never
not.
know. She might have said, "Listen, we already got this money, but we can do a feature together. We can collab. That could be even more than what you're trying to get off of this season." You know what I'm saying? So people don't be looking at the bigger picture sometimes. But I mean, hey, do whatever you sees fit.
And it's not like she really needs the boots on the ground in her concert anyway. She's fabulous without it.
Yeah, but she was doing it because she's doing the country tour.
Right. It makes sense.
So and that's a very, I mean, the song is everywhere. So why would she not perform? You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, she put a lot of other people's music in her concerts.
Yeah.
Like in the middle, of her. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. I think it was other ways that he could have went around that and been able to get the same results or better.
That's true. That's true.
Alnisa says, same here. I reduced eating out. It's so tricky now because now we have to decipher between what's real and what's not. It's crazy. And eating out, like you have the eating out, and then it's like eating in ain't safe either, because if you go get your produce to cook, or like nothing's,
you just got to clean it. You just got to wash it. And
yes, absolutely. But yet and still, it's just pray over your food, people.
And even when it says previously washed, I still wash it again anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Your fruits,
you know how you buy some vegetables and stuff like that.
Yeah,
washed. Especially
and don't never buy the manager specials, the meats that's pre-seasoned. That meat was about to go bad. Right. That's why it's on the shelf for $2. Okay, don't be fooled. It was about to go bad. It probably had a little green on it, so they put some Old Bay on it and gave it to you. And you think you're in there.
I don't buy they seasoned food.
No, me neither. No,
I heard what they do behind the scenes. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, even their pre-cut fruit. They cut off.
They do it to the fruit
cut off the mold part. They cut off the moldy. That's what this what I heard in the streets. Okay, I can't confirm or deny because I don't work in a grocery store or anything like that. But from what I've heard is that they literally take fruits and vegetables that's about to go bad and cut them up and put them back in the shelf to be sold.
Wow, that's crazy. Crazy. That's crazy.
Pam said, "Feel better."
Thank you.
Yes. Anissa said that part. Yes. And Beyonce usually brings people in like that. Yeah. Like that's how she be getting people in the door. Yeah. She played their music. Everybody know.
No more boots on the ground.
No more boots. Keep your boots. Yeah, keep your boots in the air.
Unless she makes some arrangement to pay the brother.
Yeah, exactly. Jasmine said, "I'm not a fan of hers, but I'm sure most people would appreciate the exposure. She's been stealing for years, though."
Oh,
allegedly.
She been allegedly.
Allegedly.
Jasmine.
But I mean, to be honest, I feel like everybody borrows without asking.
Yeah,
Lyrics, all of that. People always pull from somewhere.
Now, if you not everybody, some people do it in good taste.
Yeah, some people do it in good taste, and some people verbatimly will spit the same exact thing as somebody else. And they're like, "Oh, you heard this new track?"
Go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I said sometimes people would spit something verbatimly, and the younger people that don't know the Biggies, the Tupacs, and all of that of the world, they like, "You heard this new track? You heard this hot record?" I'm like, the record that was made in the 80s, the 90s, like that, he's saying exactly what was said. Like,
yeah.
So that, yeah, I don't know.
Well, Kenny Lattimore a few days back was talking about that he asked for permission because it's infringement, so you want
Yeah.
to make sure that the consequences could be a lot worse if you don't ask, because they could
Yeah,
take
absolutely.
most of your residual or your profit,
Absolutely.
which could be,
Yeah.
devastating to someone who you've made some money.
Yeah.
So it's good to get it all outlined in the beginning so you don't have these worries.
Exactly. Alnisa said, right. Jasmine said, I think she can afford to spare a few dollars for the song, but she is also just following TikTok trends to appeal to her audience. Yeah,
That's true.
it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, it's
Boots on the
everywhere.
ground is everywhere. Boots
Yeah.
on the ground. I love it. I'm into stepping. So I'm definitely for it.
Alnisa said, wow. Pam said, yes, it's going bad. And when you take it home, it goes bad in a day or so. Yeah. When you get that pre-cut fruit.
Yeah, the pre-cut.
The pre-cut fruit. Yep. Treva said, you are absolutely right. Or call it blackened, or put them on the salad bar so it goes faster. Worked in produce in deli. She worked in the produce in deli. You okay, Ma? She needed a minute, y'all. She ain't feeling good, and she pushing on through. And I commend her, because y'all don't know me, but some of y'all know me. If I ain't feeling good, it won't. I'm sorry. I'll see y'all next week. My mom always perseveres through everything. She always does.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had a horrible cough.
No, it's okay. I'm reading
I
comments.
apologize.
Jasmine,
I'm so sorry, y'all.
no, you're fine.
Oh.
Jasmine said they barely cut off the old parts of the fruit. I was never fond of people's hand cutting up fruit or anything. Keep your hands to yourself. I got knives at home. Yeah, they touching your fruit. You don't know if they don't want, so.
Oh, this is the part that I don't even understand why they don't do it. Because I owned a restaurant for many, many years. We covered our hair. The men covered their beard. When you go into these places and they got their beard long, or they bring your food out on a tray and the hair is in the food. It's like, Are you serious?
Yeah.
You don't see this? Oh,
yeah.
that is one pet peeve. That aggravates me.
Yeah.
But this is what we deal with. But a person bring food out and it's hair in it, and I see that, and you come into my table, you have to take all that back, because I don't want it. And I know my daughter be like, Mom.
Well, no, okay, so all right, let's just talk about it again, you guys. I am the type of person.
Please.
No, I'm the type of person that if I don't want to go to establishment no more, if it rub me the wrong way, I'm just not coming back. I don't want you to bring me back. No, don't take it back and remake it. I want my money back, and I'm never coming back again. My mom is the type, she's nice, but I'm not going to tell you that you did something wrong and then hope that you don't do nothing to my food when you take it back to remake it. I just ain't going to do it. I just ain't coming back, and I want my money back. But me and her
it's
is
the way you
different.
talk to people, though. You don't think that helps?
No, because they may be having a bad day. They may not like black people, and they be okay, no
Well,
problem.
They'll do something anyway if they don't like black people. They'll do.
I know, but I'm just saying.
You don't even have to do anything to them.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that you may ruffle their feathers, is what I'm saying. And for me, I ain't ruffling. Listen, I ain't coming back. No, I don't want you to give me nothing else off the menu. And no, I don't want you to remake it. I'm good. But yeah. Ms. Linda said, hi, ladies.
Hello. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Thanks for joining.
Yes. Pam said they don't cover anything anymore, and you are at risk. Yeah. Or they're chewing gum unsanitary. Yeah, they be chewing gum coming up to your table.
Or touching their skin. I'm real, especially when you're preparing people's food, you want to make sure that you're careful. But everybody don't give the same service. So, yeah, they don't give the same service. But I want to change the subject.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk about this Target. I want to talk about Target for just a second. Can we talk about Target?
Yes.
Now, Does unity truly create strength when working toward a common goal, or are we watching major corporations like Target fall apart because of a breakdown in values, public trust, or both? Now, let me just, Jasmine, I definitely want to say, Jasmine, thank you so much for bringing this subject to the forefront for our Mama Said It podcast. Now, in 2014, as you know, Target CEO Brian Cornell's total compensation, now listen to this, his total compensation was $20.4 million. That's 2024. He had an increase of 6.25% increase from the previous year. This includes a salary of $1.4 million, a bonus and incentives paid $2.3 million, and stock awards value at $16.1 million, which came to the $20.4 million that he was paid. Now, recently in 2025, now he has a 45% cut to $9.9 million. So we know that the boycott is working.
Oh yeah, it's working. It's definitely working. Now I have to make a confession. Okay. I went to Target yesterday. Now I had not. Oh, listen, I'm not the only one on the chat. Okay. I went. The only reason why I went, okay. I'm not the only one in the chat. Do not be ashamed, okay? Put your hand up. Excuse me, Ross. Excuse me. I had to go because my son, my oldest son, he goes to school. He's growing like weeds, and
And
he
that's the
needed
only
some more.
store you know.
It's not the only store I know, but where else you going that's going to have? Listen, the quality. Listen, the quality. $8 pants, $5 pants. I'm not paying $20 for some pants that's only going to last a couple, like maybe a month.
Yeah.
For a 4-year-old. No. So yes, I went to Target. Okay, I did. And it was very dry in there. It was super duper dry in there. It was nobody in there really. I didn't see a lot of us. I did see some of us though. They was kind of trying to hide. Okay. I did see some of us, and I did see a lot of the black products marked all the way down.
Like all the way down, really?
All the way down. Like tab of the brown stuff. Here go my husband in the chat. I told her not to go there.
He's throwing you under the bus.
Why you gonna do me like that? I told her not to go there. Listen, because okay, I went to Carter's before. Carter's was really good, but they're only good if they have a sale. Clothes are expensive, you guys, and y'all know what's going on. Prices is high. So Target had, and they had a deal. I'm not telling you to go there, but they did have buy one get one half off for the kids' clothes, toddlers' clothes, accessories for kids, all of that. So it turned out pretty good. But it was very dry. Oh my gosh! Now Jasmine husband in the chat talking about something. You should have listened to your husband. I'm not listen, Jasmine. I need your help, Jasmine. I need your help, Jasmine. Okay, so Jasmine said $4 pants at Walmart. Okay, first of all, the clothes at Walmart fall apart after you wash them one time. Okay, Target, you wash them more than once. They can wear it. They get good wear out of them, and they're reasonable. I'm sorry, I went there. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God,
Jasmine, you're gonna have to come up in the chat now. I just got on and I hear you say you went to Target. That's what Jasmine's husband said. Okay, cousin.
Hey, PM, thanks for joining us, PM.
Latrilla chimed in. Thank you for joining. She said, "I've been going too. I'm too ashamed."
Oh, so y'all been going?
I confess though. Okay, I really was trying to figure out where else to go. I did not want to drive around a Mulberry Bush, go somewhere and they're high. Couldn't find Target really. I mean, not trying to advocate for them, but they have a good selection. It's very hard. Like little girl clothes are easy to find anywhere. Boy clothes that are.
So wait a minute. Are they still? The boycott is still going on for Target, right?
Yes. From my understanding,
is the same boycott going on for Walmart?
I didn't hear about Walmart. I heard about Amazon and Target. Oh my goodness, my son. Hold on, buddy.
How about Costco's? Did anybody know about Costco?
No,
Shopping at Costco's.
I think Costco's was in the green. I think it was somebody else that was big
Oh,
box.
Costco's is good. Costco's.
Yeah,
is
I think it was it Sam's or BJ's or somebody? It was somebody. Help me
BJ's
out in the
and
chat.
Sam's, I think they're owned by the same board
Or the
members.
same people, yeah.
But don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
Hey, niece, thanks so much for joining, Latrilla.
My husband said, "Not my choice." Okay, we understand.
Well, Latrilla says she's been going too.
Yeah, she's been going too.
Y'all probably been sneaking in there, hoping nobody see you.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Lynn said the only reason I go in there is to pay my credit card bill. This is definitely helping me to get my balance down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
not
true.
going in
that's
there.
True.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jarvis said you forced him to go yesterday.
I ain't forced him to go nowhere. He wasn't with me. I went in there by myself.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Jasmine said, Jarvis, you should have took her keys. He gonna put me married.
Funny.
And Aldenisa laughing. Michael said, "Nah, we not letting this ride." And Jarvis gonna put Columbus Cell. Now you know I wasn't going to Columbus Cell to get them babies. No.
Oh yeah, Columbus. Columbus is a good place to go. Columbus. What about Englishtown?
Who's about to drive to Englishtown? That's 45 minutes an hour. I don't even like going up the street, Ma. You know that.
That's a good outing for the family to take a nice road trip.
Listen, my outings, when I want to have an outing, I want it to be kidless. If I'm shopping, I want to be able to concentrate. I don't want to be having I wanted to get in the Target and get out without anybody seeing me. Nobody saw me. Nobody saw me. Pam said Walmart clothes are no good. Yeah, they're won't say raggedy.
Walmart clothes are no good.
They don't have good quality. No, they do not. They fall apart. That's why, I mean, they're cheap. They're cheaper than Target, but they're cheaper for a reason. You wash them, the little kid clothes from Walmart, you wash them one time, they shrink and all of that. So yeah, Walmart was a no-go. Walmart was a no-go.
Swan, Rebecca, thanks so much for joining, everybody.
Thank you for joining. Just 1 second.
Walmart clothes are no good. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Don't apologize. Pam said Sam's is better. What about Amazon boycott? I don't know what's going on with the boycott anymore. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that nobody gave us a new memo. I see no new memo on
Pastor Jamar Bryant is someone who I think have been spearheading the boycott, but I'm not sure how that's obviously is working, right?
Yeah.
Obviously it's working because
it's doing something.
There's been a decline with Target.
Yeah, the stuff was in there for real cheap. I was an avid Target person. I ain't never see them talking about some buy one get one off, like buy one get one half off of their kids' clothes, and it's already $6. Like they're doing bad. They're not doing good.
Now you remember back in 2023, Target was facing a boycott after public criticism of a Pride collection. Remember that Pride collection?
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah,
back in 2023. Yeah. So they kind of like was getting through that and getting back into grace. And then boom, 2025 hit, and here's this boycott, and then back in the red again. So they've lost approximately $12.4 billion in revenue. And a stock have dropped to $27.27 per share.
Oh my God.
So we don't know what the outcome is going to be of that, whether there's going to meeting of the minds, whether there's the majority of the people, because I hear people saying all the time and chime in, there's people that saying they'll never go back to Target again.
I hadn't been in a while, and I thought it was going to be a problem because I used to go to Target a lot. But I found other ways, like I found other avenues to get whatever I wanted to get, except for the clothes. I'm sorry, okay? I did go to, now Jasmine chime in, we did go to Carter's. Carter's was lit. Carter's had a sale, but they did not have a sale, okay? Carter's is not cheap.
Okay.
Yeah, and kids' clothes, who wants to spend all that money for kids that grow every 10 minutes?
That's true. Yeah,
you know,
I wouldn't do it.
Jasmine said,
But
I
let me
think.
ask you this question. I mean, now I'm asking this question, and don't come for me. Now in Atlanta,
Mhm.
Goodwill is like Macy's. I'm just
Yeah.
being real. Goodwill
Yeah.
is like Macy's. And
Okay.
some of them, they have a good business. I'm not gonna say who they are, but they go into these these Goodwill stores, these secondhand stores, and excuse me, and they'll come online and resell them.
Yeah.
And people are buying
People do
them.
it all the time. Yes, people do
So,
it all the time.
and your grandmother, Mama Esther, she was good at picking out some phenomenal secondhand clothing.
Yeah,
Most of
yeah,
it was brand
absolutely.
new.
Stuff was brand new. But the good you have, and I'm not against Goodwill, but it ain't no Goodwill around here that is of that caliber. You have to go to the other neighborhoods if you get my drift to
Yeah.
get something of substance.
Well, ain't nothing wrong
Okay.
with Goodwill. Ain't
No,
nothing
and I
wrong
didn't
with
say
Goodwill.
anything's wrong with it. I'm just saying around this area, it's not something, but I have been to ones that you're just like, is this a so and so bag, and and it's a real bag. So I've seen
Yeah.
it. But it just ain't around. It ain't around here.
Not to get off topic, but seeing that the Louis Vuitton, the Prada bags, and the Gucci bags, and all these expensive name brand bags have been discovered to only cost $10.
I don't know why people are so
Now
shocked.
it's like the knockoffs don't look that bad now, do they?
But I don't.
And the
People,
knockoffs probably wasn't really a knockoff when you think about it. They were not really knockoffs.
they were the same people that was. Here's the thing that I'm baffled, and I probably will make a TikTok about it, you guys. Why are people so shocked? I don't understand why people don't understand you were paying for a name. I don't get it. When you go to the grocery store, you have the ShopRite brand and then you have the name brand. The ShopRite brand is cheaper than the name brand. And it's the same ingredients, the same everything. It just got a different name on it. I don't understand why people are just like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, did you really think you were not paying for the name? Jordan shoes, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is, you're paying for the name. You're not paying for
name
quality. The name
Paying
only.
for the
Like,
name.
the
That's
same
it.
people are making it. Same
And it's
thing with
not worth it
cars.
to pay for the name.
You can even talk about
one of my girlfriends. She's a physician. I'm not gonna name who she is, whatever. But she's $20,000 for a bag. She can afford it. But I'm like, wow. Now that same bag is like $50.
Yeah, and it's always been $50. Same thing with cars. I have an Infiniti. Infiniti is made by Nissan. Infinities cost more than Nissan. Do you pay for the name? I mean, that's just the reality of it, So it's just, I don't understand why people are so shocked. Like, I don't, that part kind of threw me. All these videos.
I wonder what's the knockoff for the Mercedes. What's the replaces the Mercedes?
I don't know who makes Mercedes. I don't know,
Mercedes
but I know
makes Mercedes now. But I'm saying, what's the
comparable? I mean,
what happened to that car called Yugo? Remember that car called car? This would be for you.
Oh yeah, this is way
This is for my seasoned co-host. Do y'all remember this car? It was called Yugo. Do y'all remember the Yugo car? Do y'all remember the Yugo car? Am I the only one? Don't tell me I'm telling my age.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness. The Yugo car was a very compact car and it was inexpensive. And I don't know, all of a sudden it just disappeared. Like never was heard of again.
Yeah.
But I guess once they start taking them to the junkyard, they just junked them all, I guess.
Yeah. But you have a lot of cars that look like Mercedes now. That have high quality, the Toyotas, some of the Toyotas, the Genesis, certain cars, they look just like, they have the same type of features, the same type of everything. It's just, you pay for the name. Jasmine said, and this is
wait, did you read? Oh, wait.
Yeah, Jasmine said, I think you could pay your credit card online. Who said I paid my credit card online? She only going to Target to pay her credit card online. Hold up, I gotta go back up.
Did I miss comments?
No, you didn't miss comment earlier. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Okay, Jasmine. Okay, I'm with Jasmine. Okay.
Yeah, she said, because she said the young lady, the viewer said, I only go into Target to pay my credit card. And Jasmine said, I think you could pay it online.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Jackson Outlet. That's what I wanted to talk about. Jackson Outlet.
Oh, the Jackson Outlet. Yeah, that's another good. I did not want to travel, you guys. Okay, I don't like driving. Okay. Target
Definitely.
is 10 minutes up the street. Okay, I'm sorry.
Jarvis makes a good point.
Yeah. Jasmine also said, listen, those scrubs I got from Columbus are the best I've had so far. Okay, well, next time I'll go to Columbus, you guys.
Yep, Columbus or Englishtown.
Yes. My husband said, my grandfather said, if all Black Americans stopped shopping for 1 week, we would cripple the country. And he is 86, so he knows something. Exactly.
Yes, he definitely knows something.
Yeah, absolutely. If we all
totally
stop
agree.
shopping, it definitely, because the black dollar don't last.
You see what's happening. It's crippling.
Yeah, it is.
If something doesn't happen soon, they're going to be closing some stores at Target.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, let me ask you this question before you read the next comment. You mentioned about Tabitha Brown, someone who I love.
Mm-hmm.
You said her products was on
$5.
sale. $5.
$5.
No way.
Yeah, $5. $5, $10. I said this, I said, is this Tabitha? Had her face
food
on
products or her hair products?
No, it wasn't her food products. It was something with kids. But you can see it was marked all the way down, like more than 50%.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay. That kind of threw me. I said, let me hurry up and get these clothes and get on out of here. I literally went in there and just got the clothes and got out, you guys. Okay. Latrilla said, don't keep saying it, Auntie. I feel bad already. I even try to justify and buy my stuff online and do curbside, but I'm still patronizing. Listen, you do the curbside.
Oh my God. Because they come with a big old bag with that big old Target sign.
Yeah, that red bag.
Don't feel bad, niece.
Don't feel bad, okay. Miss Linda said, adult clothes are good at Walmart. Okay, I think I brought sweatpants for
I
them.
bought sundress there before.
But the kids' clothes
there too. Yeah, they got decent stuff.
I will tell you this, the kids' clothes is a no-go.
No good? Okay.
It's a no-go. They fall apart. Alnisa said, I don't think Amazon is on the list.
Oh,
I thought they ain't on there. My husband said 5-finger discount is the best.
What is 5-finger discount?
5-finger discount. I take it.
Oh, as
somebody in the chat, let us know what.
Okay, so I'm feeling like I'm on a slow bus right now.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Okay.
5-finger discount.
That's that slang street talk. Okay. You gotta break that down for me. Hey, dude. Thanks so much for joining, dude. Thanks so much for joining, cuz.
Latrilla said Costco supports.
Thanks to you.
Yes. Costco supports DEI, and I heard they were doing boycotts and going in groups to support those stores. Boycotts, not boycotts, boycotts. Kroger's also support DEIs.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Yes, Costco's. That's what a lot of people are going.
Yeah, a lot of people ran away from the other places, and I
never noticed. Do Costco sell clothes? Because I never noticed when I went in there.
I think
does Costco sell clothes?
I've only been in there a couple times, but I think they're similar. I feel like they're all similar. BJ's, Costco's, and Sam's Club. They have clothes in there, but the selection of clothes, it ain't like a large selection.
Right.
Treva said, I heard that. Yeah. Lynn said, yes, I know a lady that does that.
Wow.
Jasmine said, my friend only ever finds new stuff at Goodwill when she goes. When I go, I find stuff with burn holes and dog hair.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
That is horrible.
You got to find out what day your friend goes, because she might go on a different day.
Yes. Lynn said, I have a TV in my bedroom that came from Goodwill, and I think I paid $25 for it. I know that's right.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Let me tell you, I did that. I would go to Goodwill. I started this business. I would go to Goodwill in red, white, and blue. And there used to be a place called Second Time Around in Highland Park, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And I would get the electronics. Well, Highland Park had real nice shoes back then. Mm-hmm. But I would get the electronics and put them on eBay. I get an electronic for $5 at Goodwill and put it on eBay and sell it for $50. Easy.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Easy. I have a client right now today who has a business doing that. I shared this what I was doing. He went and now he goes around and pick up furniture. He has a secondhand business.
Yeah.
And it's really a legitimate business. So you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, you can. You can.
And
Especially if you
listen,
got
the key
time.
is to go into the areas where there's high income area codes.
Yeah.
Goodwill's in the area with the high income area codes. That's where you're going to really find some. Not to say that people in the low income areas don't have good stuff. That's not what I'm saying. So don't come for me. But what I'm saying, you're going to find really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
I give you an example. When we were we were doing a cookout, and I'm gonna give you a secret. I'm gonna share the secret just with you guys. Shh, don't tell anybody. But if you go on Craigslist and you type in, no matter what city you're in, no matter what state you're in, you type in free stuff, you would get all kinds of TVs, lawn chairs, sets, almost new stuff.
Yeah.
And we had a party at my dad's, and I got all kinds of lawn sets free. The only thing we had to do was pick it up. People were getting rid of it. Lawn sets. You seen them, Shakira, practically brand new. Good stuff. So you go on Craigslist, type in free stuff, and boom, there you have it.
Absolutely.
Good information.
Miss Linda said, but knockoffs are fake.
No, you can't tell the difference. That's what I'm saying.
You can't really tell the difference.
If you go on TikTok right now, there's a Chinese man that's talking about it, talking about people that's talking about a knockoff. He said the knockoffs are not knockoffs. They are the real thing.
They just don't have the name on it.
No, the Louis Vuitton bags, Louis Vuitton Prada bags, they call it a knockoff, but they're not really a knockoff. They're the real deal. The only thing is they couldn't legitimately sell them in the front market, in the public market. They had to do it behind the scenes because of the infringement.
Oh, okay.
But now that the cat's out the bag, I guess it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Dude said, man, T-Boo got my black behind looking like $1,000 every day. Listen, now I stopped messing with Temu.
$1,000.
They be having stuff on there for a penny and 5 cents.
They know how to reel you in too.
They do. They really do.
And then they have this little spinning thing.
Yeah, that it like ain't no way every time I get on here I'm getting 90% off every single time.
I'll be getting a lot of free stuff. Free stuff.
Yeah.
Free. Every time you turn around, there's free stuff coming.
Yeah.
Totally.
You pay for shipping, but so let's see, Lynn says same. I have a Toyota, a cheap version of a Lexus. Yeah. Yep, Toyota. Lexus is made by Toyota.
Oh,
and she said, yes, Yugo. She remembers the Yugo. Lynn remembers.
All right, I have somebody down with me. Yes,
Linda remembers it.
Thank you. Linda, I know you probably remember the Yugo.
Yes. It was me. Okay, Lynn. She's the one that said she only go in Target to pay her bill. And Jasmine said,
okay. Jarvis, remember Yugo.
Yes, a Yugo. I like to pay in cash. Okay, we got.
Wait, he making fun. Jarvis, you making fun of your mom? He's talking about a Yugo. He laughing.
Yugo.
Oh my God.
Lynn says I like to pay in cash. Yes.
Yes.
And then a dude said, heck yeah, cause the Yugo, it was the Flintstone car with 4 tires.
He said it was the Flintstone car. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, that car, they were so cute.
Yeah.
They were cute cars.
I gotta look it up when I get off.
You gotta look it up.
Yeah, I do. My husband said Walmart clothes is poop.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I tried to go in there and get like clothes for the kids. It did not last long at all. No.
Oh my goodness.
Jasmine said, Michael said you still in there on camera, on camera shopping. I know
shopping. Okay.
Hello, everybody. My husband said, when is Tyler Perry going to start an affordable cell phone service and cable service? That would be bomb. Okay.
That would be really,
really good. That would be really, really good.
Instead of waiting for Tyler Perry, why don't you and Michael and a group of us get together and start a company that way? There you have it.
Oh, for
now I had a telephone company. I had a telephone company and a cell phone company, and had a lot of customers, and I ended up selling it to a vendor from Pensacola and Mark. Yep, that's when I was on Broad Street. Cell phones, house phones, all the whole 9 yards. Now I wish I would have kept it, because the value of it probably would have been just millions.
Jasmine said you passed Marshalls on the way to Target. Okay, listen. Okay, I passed
Marshalls. Yeah, Marshalls.
Marshalls, Ross was right there. I don't like going to neither one of them stores because they messy. Okay,
Marshalls is good. Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah, and they're still not. First of all, Marshalls, Ross, and they are not as cheap as Target. I'm sorry, they don't have pants in there for $5, $6. I'm sorry, with 50% off. I'm sorry, you guys. I went. And I may go again if they still have a 50% off.
No, you better go to Columbus Mark or Englishtown.
I'm not driving to Englishtown, but I may consider Columbus Mark. Listen, money. Listen, we don't know what this economy is going to do. Okay, I'm not telling you where to spend your money, but spend it wisely. Okay, so if it leads me over to Target, I'm sorry in advance. Okay,
so you ain't down for the cause.
I could be down for the cause in other ways. It's not like I shop. Listen, I daggone sure don't shop there as much as I used to. Okay, I was at Target a lot. I do not do that anymore.
You did cut down a lot.
A lot. It was zero. Okay, I was down with the cause. Okay, but my baby, listen, you can't beat $6 pants. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Treva said the comparison to a Mercedes is the BMW 3 Series. And an Audi 4 or the Lexus is 5-finger discount. You
steal it. Wow.
Yeah. Lynn said, yes, Costco sells clothes. Yeah.
Costco sells clothes.
Another
that's good to know. I need to pop in the Costco's.
My husband said, when I take it for the low, free to me, 5-finger discount. He was explaining.
5-finger discount. I never heard that phrase before. Have y'all ever heard of 5-finger discount? Never heard of that before.
Yes, I have. I've heard of it before.
Okay.
Ms. Linda said, what about she said, what about the colleges that support DEI, Harvard, Columbia, Brown, many suing Trump?
Yes. Yeah. I was just talking about that the other day, that Harvard University is taking Trump to court because Trump threatened to withhold federal funding. So we're going to see how that plays out in Supreme Court.
Yeah,
we're going to see how that plays out in Supreme Court. And these are high-profile attorneys, I'm sure, that's going to be representing these colleges. So it's going to be quite interesting how this plays out. And I mean, how many of you really believe that the way in which it's being presented is like, I wouldn't say a bully move, but I would say, if you don't do as I say, I'm going to withhold these federal funds from you?
That's exactly what it is. He's trying to stronghold or put somebody in a corner to make him do or convert to how he is thinking or believing or whatever. And I think it's very, very unfortunate. A lot of people is going to suffer behind it, in my opinion, if it does, if he does do what he wants to do.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Jay said that's called a 211.
211? What is a 211?
Oh Lord, you listen. Now you got to explain that in the chat. A 211.
I don't know. 211. What is it? 2-11?
I think the 211 is the phrase that they use on the CB. I mean, the for the cops to say a 211 at Walmart. Somebody's stealing at Walmart.
Okay.
That's what it means. Yeah.
Okay. Police officer code. I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Michael said Facebook Marketplace is way better than Craigslist for the free. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. I'll check that out.
Yes.
I love when they say free stuff.
Yes. Miss Linda said, yes, you can plethora. What?
You can pleather BS leather.
I don't know what's going on.
Not sure. Maybe pleather versus leather.
Oh, okay. Yes, you can pleather versus leather. Okay, I
Mhm.
get what you're saying. She's talking about the knockoffs versus the not knockoffs.
Oh,
Tariffs
okay.
is Jay said tariffs is coming.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
It's already here. It's been
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah, Jess Hilarious was talking about it on the Breakfast Club that she went to the nail salon and the nail lady couldn't do her nails really. She couldn't do a pedicure because all the stuff the stuff is much higher for her to buy, but it's taking them so long to get it to her that she thinks she's
What?
gonna have to close her nail salon because she said, I don't want to up the prices even more on my clients. Like I'm probably gonna have to close my store, my
Get
salon.
out of here. The nail products?
Yeah, they're buying it at a higher price because of the tariffs, but they're still not even getting the products. They don't have no ETA on when they even gonna get it.
Yeah, and I heard that Amazon was going to post the price of what the tariff would be next to the products that you would purchase.
Oh
But
wow.
I was told that that is no longer going to happen. I think they must have made some sort of deal. I don't know if have anybody else heard of it.
No, I didn't hear that
They
part.
was going to post it on their website of how much you were paying extra for
Wow.
the tariff tax.
They better take that out. Don't nobody want Prime and gotta pay that. You're gonna have to
Well,
pick a
the people's
side.
paying it. We're the ones paying it. We're the ones
I
going to be
know. I'm
helping.
saying consumers are not going to be like, well, I'm not paying for Prime too. Like, I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He doesn't
I'm
care.
yeah, it's crazy.
If you're paying it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude said they are all made in the same warehouse and factories in Hong Kong and China. Same bags, same shoes, shades, and sneakers.
Yep, I believe that. They all incurs. Yep. I believe that. And they were making 900%. That's
Yeah.
crazy money. 900%? That's crazy.
Jay
the
said
Pinto. Yes, I
Pinto,
remember them. I had a Pinto too. Did I have a Pinto? No, my girlfriend had a Pinto. I didn't have the Pinto.
Oh,
I
okay.
did buy a Pinto at an auction though. And got rid
wow.
of it. Yeah, they was a cute little hatchback type looking car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are old cars. Wow.
He said freight broker is my path. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're on a good path, son.
Yes. Lynn said, I remember. And then dude said your cousin Marilyn had a bright yellow Yugo.
Yes. And one of my friends, her mother had a Pinto that was yellow. I think her color was yellow. Was it yellow or like an orange color? That was back in the 80s, 70s, actually, late 70s.
Oh, okay.
Wow, years ago.
And man said Ross is a ghetto store.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
I don't like going in there. It's messy. You okay? Oh Lord, y'all listen. Y'all know our last name Ross. Y'all my baby name, my youngest son is named Ross. But I definitely
Now what's wrong with Ross Dress for Less?
I didn't say it's not nothing wrong with the it's not nothing wrong with the premise of the store. But every Ross I've been in that's in, well, I won't say every Ross. It's probably the area, certain areas is probably better than others. But I will say this messy. I remember one time I went in there, I shopped around and the guy did not tell us that they weren't taking no credit cards until you got up to the register. And it was a long line. He could have said, like, if you don't have cash, then you ain't gonna get nothing out of here because the card machine was down. Like, it was just a lot. It was a lot.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me just scroll down here for just a second. Reese, hey Reese, thanks so much for clearing this up because I sure wanted to know. He said it means 211 means a robbery is in progress. Thank you so much, cuz.
Yeah, Jay put it too. Jarvis
211
put it too. Is breaking and entering. Robbery in progress. Yep.
Oh, okay. Breaking and entering as well. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Pam said, oh wait, I said that. Jay said, you passed McDonald's. Also, listen, we're not going to talk about McDonald's, okay?
We're not going to. But you don't go to McDonald's anymore, right?
I've been there, okay, you guys. Listen.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
I've been there for some fries and a Slurpee, okay?
When the last time you've been to McDonald's? Recently?
Probably like last week.
You go to McDonald's, did you buy the kids food at McDonald's, Shakira?
Sometimes they only want French fries sometimes, but they don't eat no nuggets and stuff. But if they do, listen.
No,
Okay.
and not if they do.
Okay.
Okay, son, she goes to McDonald's.
And first of all, she's acting as if she never brought the kids McDonald's in their life.
I did prior to finding out about what devastation was in the ingredients of their food and how their food was being produced. So since then, I haven't even been, this is the second year that I haven't. When you learn, you do better. That's all. Now, if you learn and you still don't do better, then the consequences is up to you.
Yes.
At that point. Now, Lynn says,
I noticed that an outfit that I purchased on TikTok Shop on March 28th for $10 is $77. Yeah, that's where I live at, y'all. The TikTok Shop. I am a TikTok Shop buyer frequently. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay, son. I got you. Breaking and entering.
Yes.
And you said robbery too, Shakira?
Yeah, that's what you have read. Remember, you scrolled all the way down.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
211.
Let's see. Miss Linda said no.
Grace and peace, fam. We love you.
Yes. Miss Linda said no knockoff leather products are generally not made from the same material as real leather. Fox fur, also known as synthetic leather, is typically made from materials like I'm gonna skip that word. We gonna y'all can read along.
Oh, that's a long one, Linda.
Hold on. I'm trying to skip the
now wait.
Which are not animal hides. Real leather, on the other hand, is derived from animal hides. Here are more detailed breakdown. Okay. So if you guys want to read that, just go to the chat, and she gave a detailed list
about real leather versus
the
right, which is good information. Fox leather, synthetic leather. Okay, good information, Lynn.
Absolutely.
And the fox leather can be more authentic and sustainable choice. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait, what? We ain't gonna post it.
Oh, Lord.
But I think listen, honestly, I think majority of real little kids, when they go into these stores, they just pick up stuff and they don't know the consequences because it's what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what they want. So they don't know that they are really committing a crime by taking something without the parents' permission. And they sometimes walk out the store. The parents don't even realize it till they get home.
Yeah.
That has happened.
And he also said not leather, but pleather. Okay, pleather.
Yeah, pleather.
Ms. Lynn said that's the company's 211. That's the company's 211 is the emergency service.
Yeah, and if you dial 211 from your phone, you will get an emergency service that'll tell you all kinds of information. If you need help, if you're homeless, if you need food, different information it'll give you. 211. Remember that number. 211 is really important.
Okay, gotcha.
611 is important to know. 611 is your phone company.
Where Jay said, where are they allowing you to buy now and pay later for groceries? I need to know. Did you do Zip, Afterpay, Klarna? Listen, all of them. Okay.
Yep. Afterpay,
Ross. Excuse me. I'm trying to get them out the shop.
Yeah. Linda says Trump
stopped it.
Mm-hmm. What? Died in a Pinto cheap? What? Really?
Oh,
I didn't know that, Lynn. Sorry to hear that.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yikes. Sorry to hear that, girlie.
Yes. Lynn said, oh, I like Ross for sunglasses. I found Gucci in there.
I like Ross Dress for Less, okay? Not just because of the name, but I do find some good findings in there. I do. Yes.
My confessions.
Okay.
Dude said Ross is the poor version of Marshalls and TJ Maxx in Burlington. It's messy and all over the place, and however, you'll definitely get a great find every now and then. Yeah, you bet you did.
I definitely do. I get a great find when I go in there. For sure.
Pam says East Brunswick. Oh my God. East Brunswick setup is at a ghetto. The quality of the clothes and the staff are for the streets.
You know what? I think is that now I know there's a Walmart on Route 1. There's a Walmart in Route 1 in North Brunswick. I don't know whether they changed. I don't know whether they redid the place, but that place I didn't never want to go back in there because it was so just horrifying. It was just the worst Walmart that I've ever seen. And that's the one on Route 1, and I think it's in North Jersey.
Wow.
North Brunswick.
Jasmine said, Mom said, don't come for me.
Please don't come for me.
Jay said, well, government cheese messed us all up if you were born before the 70s.
That was some good cheese. Now, look, if y'all made some cheese toast, that was some pretty good cheese. I don't know. Y'all might be embarrassed to say, but government cheese was good cheese back in the day. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Jasmine said, check Shakira's TikTok for some great finds. Yes, on my TikTok shop, I do.
Yes,
on my showcase,
absolutely, Shakira,
I have some things on there. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Instacart too. Yes, Instacart too, Jay. And if you dial 411, you get Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige? Is that a song?
What's the 411? Remember her album?
Oh, Lord.
And he also said Ross is Bradley's. He said Ross is Bradley's. The store
Ross
Bradley's.
is Bradley's?
Ross is Bradley's.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all didn't even... I can't hardly talk. Y'all name me these stories I remember, like Wilco and Woolworth.
Yeah.
These old stories back in my generation.
Welcome in, Jessica. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for stopping in, Jessica. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pam said North Brunswick Walmart was remodeled and it's still ghetto.
It's still ghetto. Oh my goodness. I'm not missing out on anything. No. I don't want to ever go back in that store ever again. It's terrible. It's terrible. Very chaotic. I totally agree.
Yes, very, very chaotic.
I totally agree. Well, listen, I had another subject. One subject I definitely want to touch base with. Two things I wanted to cover real quick, and I think is important. And this was covered by Jasmine. Thank you so much for sharing this, Jasmine. Do you need health insurance? I want to share this information with you regarding this group who sells health insurance, and they do Obamacare. Now, I believe they may only be in Texas. That's what I believe, right? I believe they may only be in Texas right now. I believe they're only in Texas right now, but it's a Black family-owned health insurance company. It's at the top of producing an Obamacare agency offering zero cost and affordable health care insurance plan. Now, you can go to the realinsurancelady.com. You can go to the realinsurancelady.com. It's a Black family-owned health insurance company. It's a top producing Obamacare agency offering zero cost and affordable health insurance plans. I believe they're covering Texas. Don't hold me to it. You can go to the realinsurancelady.com, or you can dial 713-367-1161. Again, 713-367-1161. Now we're going to move on to our next topic, and this will be our last topic. We have other topics, but we couldn't cover them all, unfortunately, because we ran out of time. But I do want to share this company with you. They fund businesses and nonprofit organizations. Businesses and nonprofit, organizations. I'm going to share this with you. And this is very important. So if you have an LLC, C Corp, S Corp, you definitely want to get on this bandwagon. The name of the company is America Heart Investment Group. American Heart Investment Group. Okay. And the website is AHIGGRANTS. So that's AHIG grants.com. I'm going to put it in the chat so that you all will have it, so that if you want to apply for a grant, you're able to do so. Now, people have been getting all types of monies from this agency. And I do want to say many people have applied, positive feedback, turnaround time. Some people said they've been getting a turnaround time back in a month. Some people said it took 60 days. So I guess everyone is different depending on your application. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with what the response would be for you. Okay. So you just go to Grant for Nonprofits. You check the eligibility. You can join as a member, and I think the membership is not that much. I think the membership. Let me just go here. That's membership login. No, that won't take you anywhere. But if you go to the website, it has different slots: funding for health, for education, social services, cultural institutions, small businesses, new LLCs. That's the part that I wanted to talk about. New LLCs. If you're a small business and a new LLC, you want to go here. 2025, they have business grants winners. They're talking about who won in 2025. And 2025 is here. They're still giving away money. This is real. This is weird. This is all real. Okay. They just gave away on March 11th, $347,000 to David Foundation. They gave Horizon Logistics. It sounds like a moving trucking industry, $276,000. Okay. So individuals have been getting, not individuals, but I'm saying new LLCs have been getting $60,000. Two people that I know that I said got positive outcomes. Okay, Apex Realtor. If you could see here, January 20th, just this year, $182 million they got. $182 million. This is no joke. Okay, this is no joke. So please, by all means, take advantage of this opportunity. You never know what may come out of it. I'm going to pray that each of you are blessed with some sort of grant. Okay, as you know, with a grant, you don't have to pay the money back. With a grant, you do not have to pay the money back. So if you have a new LLC or you have a seasoned LLC, apply. If you don't have an LLC already and you want to know how to get an LLC, Plum, tell them how to contact you.
Oh, you would call 609-482. Is that the same number? 482-1981. And you'll be able to contact me and book a consultation appointment. We can go over some things and we can help you get set up with your LLC.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't let this opportunity go by. Let me say something to you. So many times I give people grant information and I have friends that call me and I forget to do my own grants because I'd be so busy trying to help so many different people and end up forgetting. And I get a phone call from a friend or two that'll say, "Hey, Regina, I got $20,000 grant. Did you?" And I'm like, "Which grant did you? The grant that you told me about?" And I forgot to do it myself, and that's crazy. That's crazy. So I got to make sure I'm doing these grants myself, as well as you doing them for other people. So don't sleep on this, y'all. Don't sleep on this. Plum, did you have any other comments? Is there any last remarks we have?
No. Jarvis said this is wonderful information.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Don't forget. I just hope that everybody have a great and prosperous week. and let whatever happened last week, let that go, let that stay there, and start a new week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, we did have a few more comments, so let's make sure we didn't forget anybody. Did we get everybody?
Let me see.
Oh.
Linda said JJ Newberries.
JJ Newberry. Oh yeah, JJ Newberry's. I definitely remember JJ Newberry's, Linda. Absolutely. Down on George Street. Absolutely.
Dude said that welfare cheese never fully melted properly and it constipated you for 36 hours. Otherwise it was good.
He ain't lying about that. That government cheese definitely had you going, man. Holding on for dear life. Lord. Yes, you're so right about that.
Pam said if you don't have health insurance, you can go to Get Cover, New Jersey. When you go out of state, make sure they cover your state since some insurance is not covered in New Jersey.
Okay, wait a minute. Say that again.
Hold on, let me get back to it. Wait, I'm sorry.
I think mine's is.
If you don't have health insurance, you can go to Get Covered, New Jersey. When you go out of state, make sure they cover your state since some insurance is not covered in New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah, Pam would know. Pam sells insurance. She does insurance too. You could definitely reach Pam. Yeah, good information, Pam, for sure. Good information. Wonderful information. Thank you so much. I just want to make sure that everybody got the link to the grants. Did everybody get the link to the grants? I know my daughter's phone was going out. Okay. You too, Jazz. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your support. We promise we're going to continue to bring you good information. Things is going to be positive. Things is going to be able to help you in your life. Excuse me for sounding congested. But I know when it's time for me to go, y'all. I love y'all so much. Y'all make sure I have a positive week. And God bless you all. Good night for now.